Welcome to CSD Head-2-Head. Today's players are Dez Bryant versus Amari Cooper. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content like this all season long. The players have the same status on their respective teams. Bryant is the #1 receiver in Dallas and Cooper in Oakland. The reason they are pinned against each other is that Anthony Cervino at The Real NFL Guru put them up for suggestion last weekend. If you want your name, Twitter account, and players next weekend, leave a comment below. First, let's take a look at Dez Bryant. From the Cowboys opportunity pool and market share, Bryant gets 130 projected targets with 72 receptions. He had some injury issues last year, and the Cowboys have been throwing more and more in 2017, so it's no big surprise that his workload is getting bigger. His most targeted zone is the short left, with 31% of all targets coming in that zone. His most productive zone is the deep left, with 25% of all yards coming from that zone. If you look at the blue text, you can see his full target distribution from the last 3 seasons. Dez is projected to score 11.9 touchdowns this year, a great number that I cannot see Cooper matching. Now let's look at Amari Cooper, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. From the Raiders opportunity pool and market share, Cooper also gets 130 projected targets with 83 receptions. These projections are for full health and 16 games, which is important to keep in mind. Cooper's most targeted zone is the short left, with 38% of all targets coming in that zone from his career. His most productive zone is also the short left, with 27% of all yards coming from that zone, which is a little low considering he has 38% of all targets. Cooper is projected to score 5.5 touchdowns this year, which is a little low and feels like it can be even lower if Carr misses more than 1 week. Let's have a look at how they perform in different situations. Both Bryant and Cooper performs better when their teams are playing at home. Dez has a pretty big difference to his away games compared to Cooper. Dez performs better when his opponent is from the AFC, while Amari has a high advantage over teams from the NFC. Both players perform better when their teams are winning, and Bryant is actually terrible when the Cowboys are losing to an NFC opponent. Best play for each player: Bryant, home game versus team from the AFC that you think the Cowboys will beat, and Cooper, home game versus team from the NFC that you think the Raiders will beat. Looking at their seasonal score projection adjusted for quarterback tendencies, Bryant has a big advantage over Cooper with 179.3 versus 144.2. For week 5, Bryant has the higher projection with 11 versus 9.4 points. And he also has the lower risk of not reaching this projection, even if it still is very high with 83%. Bryant's projection is very close to his ceiling, which always has a 86% risk, while Cooper is even closer to his, but has a much lower ceiling than Bryant. Cooper's floor is what scares me away this week, and going forward too, he actually has a minus 1.2. In conclusion, Dez Bryant has twice as much touchdown upside as Cooper. Bryant has a clean sweep of the projections. However, he can be benched versus NFC teams on away games. My pick is without a doubt Dez Bryant. Thank you very much for watching CSD Head-to-Head. Hit that subscribe button for more weekly content. Leave a like, it really helps the channel a lot. And as always, the spreadsheets are dark and full of terror.